And there goes my dealer, #1 dealer. My favorite dealer right here, y'all. I love me some Jack Pete. So big shout out to Brandy in there. She got me fixed up. Appreciate it. And yeah, and we're continuing on. So okay, y'all, what's up? So it's Tuesday morning. It's a beautiful day. Zach's not working again today. I don't know what's up with him. He, you know, whatever, man. It don't matter to me, man. I got to do what I got to do based on the commitments that I made. But I'm not going to be trying to set up a bunch of work, you know, for me and Zach, because I don't know what, you know, what's going on. Or whatever. So this week right here, I set up, you know, a pretty good bit of work, and I don't have no help so far. Tomorrow's gonna rain. So yesterday I was solo, and today I'm solo, and today I got to do a gutter job. So you know, that's what I'm gonna do. Business will go on, man, no matter what. I just, you know, I thought that he was going to want to work, you know, throughout the winter or whatever. He was off on, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, and he ain't come to work Tuesday either. So, you know, he's pretty much telling me that he don't really need any money. And here I am thinking that, you know, I'm trying to generate money for him. I don't have to generate a bunch of work right now. I don't have to. I don't have to go over. I could go back in the house and sit on the couch today if I wanted to. You know, I just assumed, you know, that based on the money that he's been making, that he would want to try to, you know, work days that we're working. You know, hell, I just paid a cell phone bill for him last week for free, and this is what I get. See, a lot of times when you got guys that work with you and you do them any kind of a favor or anything, especially a monetary favor, then they don't have to generate as much money. And when they don't have to generate as much money, then they're less likely to come to work. Because 9 times out of 10, the guys that work for you out here, you know, and I'm not talking about anybody in particular, they're underachievers. They're not trying to be anything more than what they are now. They're not trying to, you know, grow or evolve or anything like that. They're just trying to, well, exist. And, you know, that's cool, I guess, but just let me know. So I don't generate a bunch of work that I got to go do. You know, this was the first season that I was going to try to keep Zach busy throughout the winter. And it's hard to keep somebody busy when, you know, they don't want to come to work. And I get it, you know, maybe his butt got hurt last week when I said something on the video about being efficient. Well, I mean, if your butt gets hurt about that, then it means you can't look in the mirror. And if you can't look in the mirror, that just fortifies, you know, that you can't learn, you can't be better, you can't do anything better if you are just content. There's no way that I could be content, you know, renting a room, not having a ride, and all that, you know. But, you know, everybody's not the same, right? So it is what it is, man. I ain't gonna harp too tough on it. I gotta go. See, I'm going over here to my steel dealer, and I gotta buy another one of them handheld blowers. I don't know if I told you guys this, but the BG85 blower that I had, it came off the trailer, and I was by myself when it happened. So I don't know. I know I had it at one job, and I didn't have it when I got home, and it was brand new. I hadn't had it in no time. So that's gonna be, you know, $300, give or take. But I know eventually I'm gonna have to buy a handheld blower. And they got this little attachment that you can put on the handheld blower, and I might buy, it doesn't cost that much. And you can get a lot of the gutters from the ground. So I'm going by the steel dealer, and it's already 9 o'clock. I'm going by the steel dealer and gonna try to pick up that if they got them in stock. I'm gonna call them real quick. Yeah, I gotta, you know, switch things around a little bit. But what I do when I got work and I don't really have enough help or whatever, this time of year, it's not so bad really, because I can just spread the work out, you know. Not, you know, it ain't pressing because everything's not growing. Or what I could do is I could just let the work build up and then just go down and hire a day laborer to help me for a day, you know. A lot of different ways that you can do it. And you can find day laborers this time of year pretty easy, and it's not so freaking hot, you know. So one guy asked me in the comments about the Skag mower, and the wheels do line up, the wheel tires do line up right at the edge of the deck. Well, actually about that far on the inside of the deck. So right about where the blades are spinning, the blade tips are. So, but I got a couple of jobs I'm gonna ride by, and you know, over here some of the bigger mowing jobs, and I want to kind of look at them, as I know that I need to do a couple of them, and I got 2 in downtown Noonan. Yeah, so this week's gonna be a little bit topsy-turvy a little bit, because we did get a lot of rain over the weekend, and things are kind of wet. Well, they're still wet, and we also supposed to get rain tomorrow. So, but I want to ride by over here where I got there's 3 sites over here that I'm gonna ride by, and I just kind of want to look at them so I can, you know, judge if I need to do them this week. I like to go on and do them this week so I can invoice the commercial customer and get a fat check, because they owe me for a job. Well, last week, a job that we did last week. Well, not you know, some mowing work that we done about 2 weeks ago now. And it's not really mowing this time of year. It's really just cleanups, you know. I don't really call them leaf removal because, well, you know, I don't really remove the leaves. And, you know, it's not, you know, I don't know, it's just not that difficult out here this time of year, you know, because there's no heat. The most difficult job that I'm going to do this week is going to be the one I'm going to now, where I got to get on the roof. But it'll pay the roof alone will pay $200. It'll probably take me an hour, you know. And in the yard, I charge $100 to clean up, to do the, well, I normally charge $80 to do the yard, but today with the cleanup of the roofing, he's gonna give me $100. So I'll make $300 over here at one job, and it might take me 2.5 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, you know, maybe 2 hours, something like that, you know. But I definitely want to ride by these jobs over here on the way over here to make sure, to see if I can, you you know, go on and get that money this week too. Because once I cut them one more time, then I probably won't be back. Maybe I'll do the office, you know, throughout the winter, but the bigger cuts, I won't be doing them anymore. And really, they're really just about getting on a mower and mowing. There's really no weed eating or no major, you know, you don't have to blow out nothing, or I don't have to be strategic about nothing, you know. So we done pretty much got all the ones that were, you know, where it required you to use your brain a little bit, you know, when you blow. So I'm fixing to pull up to my main dealer over here in Palmetto, Jack Peak Sales and Service. They got the BG86 in stock, and I'm gonna get one of those attachment things to go on the end of it for gutters. I've always wanted to try one, and I know I can make one, but I'd like to see how they do it, and then maybe I'll make one for the backpack blower. The good thing about doing this job today is, well, the customer's not there, because this job creates a big mess on the back porch and everything, and they like to hang out on the back porch. The last time we were there doing the gutters, I think it was me and Anthony, and it was, well, it took us a lot longer because we had to watch out where we throw everything. We still gonna have to watch out for that, but it's the perfect job for me to do today solo. And then I'll hit, you know, a couple of 60s on the way home. So if I can get to, you know, if I can get to $400 today, that's okay for me, considering how late of a start I got and all that there. So now I'm headed over here to this job where I got to get on the freaking roof. So yeah. I ain't making real good time, but I had to replace that blower that I lost, y'all. Somebody came up, I know that, because it was brand new, and that was after I bought a freaking rack for it. I don't know, I left it on the mower deck or something. I don't know what the hell happened to it, man. But I know I was out here by myself when it got gone, so what do you do, man, you know? But y'all know I'm gonna be crying about getting on the roof, but I got to, man. It just shows that, you know, I'm gonna always do what I have to do, man, to make a living and or do what I say I'm gonna do. You know, if I had known that Zach wasn't gonna work this week or whatever, then I probably would not have scheduled this job, because, you know, but let me get this one done, and then, you know, and then everything else is all around my house, and I can do a lot, you know, solo when I'm close to the house, you know, because I just don't miss nothing. But I do wish that I hadn't scheduled this this week, you know, in hindsight. But once you schedule something and the people know that you're supposed to do it this week, then, you know, you have to do it, man, you know, if at all possible. Now, I can't let somebody not coming to work, you know, dictate whether I do a job or not, you know, if it's at all possible. Now, some jobs you just simply, you have to have help on, but this is not one. And so I don't know how much money I spent. I want to say right around $390, something like that. I don't know, but I got a 5-gallon bucket holder thing too, and I don't know how hardcore it's going to be. I might have to fortify it up a little bit, but the biggest thing is it doesn't have a bottom plate to hold the bucket. The bucket hangs in it, you know, and I'll show y'all when I get over here to this job. There's nobody going to be here. He's out of the country right now, so that made it where I could easily put this job off, you know. But I don't want to roll like that, man. Once you tell somebody you're gonna do something, you know, especially for you young guys in the game that's just getting in the game, you know, once you tell somebody you're gonna do something, all jokes aside, you need to be able to do it. You know, you need to be able to do it if at all possible. If it's not possible, then it's not possible. So I'm a big believer in that, man. You know, and that's one thing that's made it where I've been able to stay in business so long, and, you know, not have a lot of pitfalls, is because I always do what I say I'm going to do. That's the cornerstone of any business, really. So everybody's got to, well, you know, strive to do that anyway. I got a customer over in Peachtree City, and he called me last week and wanted me to come look at the bushes. And we had a conversation for a few minutes, you know, and I realized just during the 10-minute conversation that we had that he wasn't going to be a customer for me. You know, he was, well, sometimes when you talk to these customers that you don't know or potential customer, number one, he wasn't going to be a regular lawn customer. So that's one check against him. Number two, he went on to talk about, you know, the pine straw, and the guy that was doing his pine straw went from like $3.50 a bale to $5.50 a bale spread. And he was saying, I can't believe my guy went up on pine straw. He went up, you know, $2 a bale and blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself the whole time, I'm like, man, if he is spreading pine straw for $5.50 a bale, bringing it there, spreading it and everything, and making it look fluffy and nice, and he was doing it for $3.50 a bale, you need to be thankful and grateful that he was doing it for $3.50 a bale for so long. Because I don't see how anybody can do pine straw for $3.50 a bale spread. I don't see how they can do that. But anyway, this customer, I was talking to him last week, you know, and the only bad thing about it is another customer referred me to him. But he just wanted somebody to come and do the bushes. And I'm asking him, I said, well, you know, what happened to the last guy that was doing the bushes, you know? And because he ain't gonna, I can already tell, if he's crying about, you know, $5.50 a bale of pine straw spread, then he's certainly gonna cry about whatever price I come in with doing the bushes, because I don't do bushes for cheap. There ain't no $50 bush job. Especially not a customer that is not my regular customer, right? You know, if you're not my regular customer, I'm probably not going to come in real cheap, because what that means is I have to make a special trip there to do the job. It's not on a designated route. But if you can do the bushes for the properties of your customers, and you're on a designated route that you run, and you can do the bushes in the scope of that time while you're there, then that's where you want to be. For me, that's where I want to be. I don't really like doing one-time jobs and stuff. And, you know, I was going to maybe take it on and do the bushes until we started talking about the pine straw and how he wasn't going to even do the pine straw this year because of the $2 per bale increase. And he said, I got a bunch of calls in to a bunch of other pine straw people he said this guy had been doing the pine straw at his place for like 6 or 7 years every year. And this year he went up. So that tells me the mindset of that homeowner. He doesn't care if that guy makes a living or not. So if he doesn't care if that guy makes a living or not, a guy that's been working for him, you know, doing the pine straw every year, then he's certainly not going to care if I make a living or not. And I don't even like to start relationships with those type people, to be honest. That's not even start nothing. Yeah. So I won't be. I'm probably going to text him and tell him I'm just not going to have time to do that job. And you know, he's a real nice guy, but he's going to be a cheap guy. And then he doesn't want anything but me just to do the bushes, and that's it. He cuts his own grass. He does everything else. You know. But see, if I was just starting out in my lawn care business, I would have to go entertain that work. I would have to probably go do it or try. You know. But I'm not just starting out, and I would have never identified that type of customer over the phone like I do now. You learn, or you better learn every year, every season, every day, learn something. Even if it ain't a positive thing. As long as you're learning something, it's okay. I'm telling you. So, I'm over here at this site. A couple things that we're gonna be doing over here this winter. You see all these, I guess they're hollies beside the mailbox and on the other side of the driveway right there, those two. Well, there's more than two, but he wants to pull all that out. So that's going to be a good little job. Same thing on this side. See, whenever you got big trees like this, it's hard to keep things like this neat. Look at all the pine. You know how hard it is to get pine needles out of that and make that look neat? It's hard. Very difficult with all these pine trees that we have around here. So this is the house where I'm going to do the gutters. It's a simple job. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some debris in them, but having this blower right here up there instead of the BR 800 or 700, it's a big difference. Okay, so here is the new BG 86. I just got it. Nice blower, you know. I hated the fact that I lost the other one, like I done said. And one of the first things I do when I buy a piece of equipment like this is I remove this screen. I'm not going to do it right now, but I remove this. I think it's like a 3/4 or something, and I take that out and I take that screen out. Because they're known to clog up and make the piece of equipment run like crap. So, yeah. But anyway, so we got that, and so I also bought one of these, and this is, well, it's an attachment that goes on the end of this blower, right? And it goes into the gutters. So let's see what this is all about right here. Yeah. I don't know. I've never bought one of these before. right, y'all. So that's a wrap on that part. It took me about 40 minutes up there on the roof. So, and I got it good. Now it's probably take another 35 or 40 minutes to clean up and do the yard. So I'll have about an hour and 45 minutes over here for $300. So I don't know how much footage I'm gonna get, but I got to get to it, man. So this thing right here, that's a big failure, man. I don't know what we can do to make it, I mean, it'd be good for a homeowner, you know, to get low stuff if you did it regular. But see, these are wet and stuff. Commercially, I don't know that that you could do it commercially, unless you're doing the gutters that are a lot lighter. Like my gutters at my house, I could do it with that, you know. But just, you know, normal gutters and stuff, that jobs that we run into, it's just not conducive to what we got to do. But there's I got a big mess in the back I got to clean up. But you figure 300 bucks, and if I'd have had somebody with me, then we'd be done. But I'd have to pay them, and we'd have to do more work. See, when I'm solo like this, you know, I can do $300 and not have to pay anything out on one job, and you know, that's pretty good for, you know, an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. So, you know, and I'm not killing myself. Do I look like I'm killing myself? Feel pretty good, really. But this is an easy roof. It's just heavy, you know, everything on it's heavy. So y'all know what it is, man. Peace out. All right, y'all. Roof, gutters, yard. I charged $300, and he sent me a Venmo for $400. Merry Christmas, Bray. So $400 over here, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good because, you know, an hour and 45 minutes. I like that. I like it a lot. A lot of my customers give me tips. You know, Christmas gifts and stuff, so it's all good, man.